Hi, I am Kayla Thompson, and I am here to explain the process of inquiry learning and the challenges as well as the benefits for children and teachers in the learning process. Inquiry is a declarative learning strategy where students investigate either a problem or question that arose. According to the Dynamic Social Studies for the Constructivist Classroom, Inspiring Tomorrow's Social Studies text by G.W. Maxim, inquiry is the only approach designed to teach students how to carry out investigations through a systematic process of gathering and analyzing data. I have decided to talk about some challenges first in implementing inquiry-based learning. Some challenges for students are 1. Lack of interest in the problem or question and lack of motivation to find solutions. 2. They are unknowledgeable about collecting data and analyzing the data. 3. Students do not have enough background information about the topic. 4. They lack organization skills and management skills to organize and manage their work. And 5. Students do not have enough resources and have constraints of the learning environment. Because of these challenges, inquiry may take several weeks or even months to reach a point where you and your students are able to work together while investigating problems productively. To help students be on the road to self-directed learning, teachers should offer hands-on, problem-based experiences that incorporate the following elements. 1. Design intriguing classroom displays, such as a mini museum. 2. Discussing the displays. And 3. Encouraging children's questions. Mini museums are classroom displays that encourage students to explore, question, think, and talk. Mini museums can be done in a variety of ways to create a learning environment where students can do more of observational and historical research to collect data. This is where either the teacher collects artifacts, information, and other resources that relate to the problem or question, or it can be where the students all bring in artifacts that they can contribute to the museum. Social studies uses this approach often when using the inquiry teaching strategy. There are many ways to introduce inquiry. No single approach can or should be universally appropriate. An approach, however, that has been effective is beginning with interesting classroom mini museums, move on to more focused personal investigations, and then including opportunities to take part in active investigations. According to the journal School Library Media Activities Monthly, Volume 15, Number 7, on page 40, there are 4 main types of inquiry: controlled, guided, modeled, and free. In controlled inquiry, the teacher chooses a topic and identifies the materials the students will use to address their questions. Students are often involved in specific exercises and activities to meet the outcomes of the process. They often have a specific finishing product such as a poster, report, or graphic organizer. In guided inquiry, students have more flexibility in their resources and activities. However, they are expected to create a final product that the teacher has assigned, such as a report or presentation. In modeled inquiry, students act as an apprentice to the teacher. The students have flexibility in terms of a topic selection, process, and product. The teacher and student work side by side, engaging in meaningful work. The teacher may have many lessons ready for the teachable moment as young people experience specific learning needs, such as how to create a graphic organizer with their information. In free inquiry, students work independently. They explore meaningful questions, examine multiple perspectives, draw conclusions, and choose their own approach for information. Keep in mind that in free inquiry can occur in any learning environment. The key is to develop an authentic learning environment where questions spring naturally from the class discussions and meaningful content. John Dewey, an American psychologist, philosopher, and educator, begins his philosophy of education with the curiosity of the learner. He recommended this pattern of the inquiry process. 1. Identify a problem or question that can be investigated. 2. Generate a hypothesis or tentative answers that can be verified. 3. Collect data. 4. Analyze the data and form generalizations that can be applied to this problem and to similar life encounters. 5. Share results with the audience. When creating a question or problem, please note that the question or problem must hold a high degree of mystery, be intriguing to the students, and have a clear focus. The answer must be open to investigation. Some more appropriate questions for the inquiry process are: how do you make dirty water clean? Where did all the dinosaurs go? How can water run uphill? This was asked after a student noticed that the Ohio River does just that. Some questions that will not work for the inquiry process are: who designed the first American flag? This question is only obtaining a simple fact and is not open to investigation. What is government? This question is too general and does not have a clear focus. To help students come up with a hypothesis, begin by asking, what do you already know about this situation? How could this information help us come up with an answer to our problem? What ideas can you suggest as a solution based on what we just discussed? Because formulating hypotheses involve risk-taking by the students, teachers should be more careful to attach importance to each student's individual input. 5 different types of research are library research, descriptive research, observational research, survey research, interviews, and historical research. Library research includes materials such as encyclopedias, informational books, computers, magazines, newspapers, films, videos, photographs, and many more. Descriptive research is where you ask questions such as who, what, when, where, and how to uncover important information about the problem or question. Observational research includes observing, handling, participating in, or trying out genuine objects of events. Survey research can be used as well. This consists of a series of questions designed to discover feelings or beliefs that people hold about the question or problem. Interviews can acquire knowledge about the question or problem. Interviewees can bring both a depth of information and the power of personal experience. Historical research is used examining and interpreting evidence such as artifacts, diaries, newspapers, pictures, letters, music, oral history, advertisements, speeches, and many more. To analyze the data, ask, what does all this data mean to me? By designing a chart or graphic, organizers will help organize the relationships among the data. An effective way to help students be able to group their data is to model these processes for them. Reflect back on the problem or question, visit the hypothesis, study the data gathering effort, asking, has a solution or answer been found? Do new questions come to light? Students can present their data in a variety of ways. This includes, but is not limited to, oral presentations, graphic representations, photographs, audio or videotapes, debates, dramatic skits, bulletin board displays, and many more. Think of something that you've always wondered. Now make a question that will state something you've always wondered. One student's question that arose was, do caterpillars know that they will turn into butterflies someday? Now think of what you already know about the caterpillar's life cycle. How would this information help you find the answer? What ideas can you suggest as a solution based on this information? Now think of ways in which you may collect information to get your answer. Would you use library, descriptive, observational, survey, interviews, or historical research? Collect as much information about this as you can. Analyze the data. Does this data help you find the answer to this question? Will a chart or graphic organizer help you organize this data? Has the answer been found? Did you come up with any new questions about this topic? Think of how you're going to present this information to us. Will you use pictures, video clips, charts, or other methods when telling us what you found out? Would you want to debate as to whether or not caterpillars know that they will become butterflies? No, think to yourself about all the benefits in using this process. According to Karen Shingold, students have the opportunity to build on their existing knowledge and skills, select topics of interest, explore a variety of resources, select the best way to communicate their findings, share with real-world audiences, be evaluated on both process and product, evaluate themselves, their peers, their resources, and their teachers. They are also able to find another question or problem to investigate in the future. According to G. W. Maxim, a main goal and benefit of the inquiry-based learning is to have students become more independent and self-regulated learners.